OCD Radio, Fighting Back Together, available exclusively at www.youhaveocd.com. YouHaveOCD.com is proud to present to you How to Get Over OCD, our new step-by-step guide to overcoming OCD. In this book, you will learn what to do when you get an OCD thought, how to prevent new obsessions from occurring, how to overcome your existing obsessions, how your OCD got as bad as it did today, what you can do to never have another OCD thought ever again. This book will show you step by step how to overcome OCD. Order now at www.youhaveocd.com. Welcome to OCD Radio. I'm your host, Ali. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about reassurance. So let's start with listing the kinds of reassurance there is. There's basically two major types of reassurance. First one is the one you seek without anybody else's help. You do it through internet, through encyclopedias, through literature. Basically, you seek reassurance to make sure that whatever threat OCD poses is invalid. For example, if a person has AIDS, or if a person thinks he has AIDS, he will search online to make sure that however he thinks he got them is not real, and therefore he really doesn't have AIDS, if that's his fear. That's what people with OCD do, is they take their fear and they try to solve it by reassuring themselves that the fear is invalid. They do it by going online. They also do it by talking to their relatives or friends or somebody they trust. Not so much talking to them, but more asking them if their fears are valid. For example, in the same situation, a person thinks they have AIDS, they will go and ask their relative, for example, their mom, do you think I could have got AIDS in this and this and this way? So now that we identified the two types, why is it so bad to seek reassurance? See, this is the trick that OCD plays on you. It makes you feel like if you just find that one answer, if you get the truth to is this obsession real or not, your OCD will go away. That is exactly the opposite of what happens. Anytime you seek reassurance, you are saying to your brain, this thought is valid. Because, you don't seek reassurance if you brushed your teeth in the morning. You don't start looking up online, did I brush my teeth in the morning? You don't start asking friends and family if you brushed your teeth in the morning. No, you don't do that. Because for sure that, you've done it. By asking reassurance on a false fear, you are making that false fear more valid in your brain. You're making your false fear relevant to your life. Instead of saying right away, no, it's not real, I'm not even going to discuss it, I'm not even going to think about it, you're thinking, well, what if it happened? What if I got AIDS that way? What if, there was maybe some blood on it and I touched it and the blood magically transferred to me and I had a little cut somewhere, and the thought process and making it seem logical to yourself can go on and on. But the reality is, by going with that fear and actually seeking reassurance, you're not making your brain believe that it's not real, even if you get a solution. So for example, this seems complicated. It's really not. I hope you stick to the end of the program so you understand exactly what I'm talking about, because you have to understand clearly what I mean. So, okay, when this person went to their parent and asked if the thought of them getting AIDS was a real thing, and what if in fact they did get AIDS, what they said to their own brain is that this thought is relevant. This thought could be true. It's an emergency. I have to seek the answer to this. If they haven't asked for reassurance, if they wouldn't have, the message they would have sent to their brain instead would have been, I know this is just an OCD thought. I trust that this is just an OCD thought. I'm not going to bother trying to figure it out. Do you see what I'm saying? I understand how, I've been there too before, that, you're trying to solve it. You think it's going to solve some sort of a, dilemma and help you overcome the fear and the anxiety that you're experiencing. But, the reality is that not asking reassurance will help you overcome that particular fear faster than if you did. Because if you notice, as soon as you seek that reassurance, as soon as you ask yourself, or through internet, or through going talking to somebody, it doesn't matter. The fact that you're seeking reassurance will make it seem relevant. Say now you found the answer to this. Say your mom, or the mom in the our scenario, went and said, no, you couldn't have got AIDS that way, don't worry about it, this is just an OCD thought. This person will immediately have their brain come up with another scenario similar. For example, if a person thought they got AIDS from that doorknob, maybe now it's not the doorknob. Maybe he or she will start to remember that there was also some blood on the door next to the doorknob. Or what if my mom says yes to that? I didn't ask her that question. I mean, anybody who's listening right now who has OCD will know exactly what I'm talking about. To any other person, this will seem like I'm just babbling on and it's crazy. But if you have OCD and you seek reassurance, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The brain will switch immediately to a very similar problem, but just different enough to make you doubt again. And that kind of loop will continue and continue. And because of that loop, it is better to not ask for reassurance. Because if you don't ask for reassurance, you stay at that original question and you prove to your brain by not asking that it is irrelevant to your life. I mean, just seeking reassurance is obviously not enough. It's not going to cure your OCD just to just not seek reassurance. But doing so, or rather not doing so, is a huge step in recovery. It's huge. I would say if doing everything to prevent your OCD from coming back and coming back and coming back would be 100%, not seeking reassurance would be maybe 50, because it's that important. I would say the two biggest things of overcoming OCD is not seeking reassurance and not participating in avoidance. But we'll talk about avoidance in a different podcast. For now, we'll just stick with reassurance seeking. Like I said in the earlier podcast, do not let your relatives, friends, whoever is close to you to participate in your reassurance seeking. Everybody around you has to know clearly that reassurance seeking is not good. Even if you beg them to give you reassurance, they're not supposed to do that. It is detrimental to your recovery. This is the one thing I want you to come away from this podcast understanding. Seeking reassurance is detrimental to your recovery. It will not help you. I'm sorry if I seem harsh right now, but honestly, it took me years to learn this. It's such a simple thing, but in that moment when you are just have horrible fear and horrible anxiety and all you want to do is seek reassurance, I know how difficult it is not to. I've been there, but you have to not seek reassurance, because yes, you will feel anxious. You will not lose that anxiety in that particular second. But what will happen is your anxiety will start to fade, because you're sending right signals to your brain. You're sending signals to your brain that this thought is irrelevant. By doing that, you're making your OCD better. And that's what's important. It's not important to, have a momentary relief from OCD. What's important is to get yourself to a point where OCD will not affect you anymore. So try as hard as you can not to seek reassurance. Make sure everybody around you knows that even if you do seek reassurance, to not give it to you, to not participate in you getting reassurance. If they see you trying to get reassurance through books, whatever, internet, to, remind you that this is not good, trust me, not seeking reassurance is the best possible thing you can do for your OCD recovery. If you need more information, you can contact us at info@youhaveocd.com. This has been a podcast from youhaveocd.com. Let us know what you think about the podcast and have a great day.